Hello, my dear friends. Our today's topic of discussion is aquatic ecosystem. To understand the aquatic ecosystem, three things we need to understand first of all, like freshwater system, marine water system, and brackish ecosystem. Freshwater system में 0 to 5 parts per thousand जो है वो सैलिनिटी होती है, मरीन में 35 parts per thousand सैलिनिटी होती है, और इन दोनों के बीच में मीन्स 5 to 35 सैलिनिटीज इन ब्रैकिश इकोसिस्टम. सो फ्रेश वाटर सिस्टम में पॉन्ड्स, पूल, स्प्रिंग्स आ जाते हैं. मरीन इकोसिस्टम में सी शोर, शैलो सीज आ जाते हैं, ओपन ओशंस आ जाते हैं. एंड ब्रैकिश वाटर सिस्टम में एस्टरीज, मैंगरूव्स लाइक थिंग्स आ जाती हैं. So there are static and running water ecosystem. So static जो है that is lentic, static lentic. Running water system means lotic, lot fort means running water in the state of running. That is not static, that is dynamic. So static, lentic, running water, lotic ecosystem. So now we'll understand the about the aquatic organisms. There are five type of aquatic organisms are there. So newstons are basically on the air water interface. Air or water के interface में होते हैं, they are newstons. Then periphytes, they are basically on the stems or either in the roots. So planktons are actually floating organisms that are present in the water bodies like algae, protozoa. They do not have their own motion. Where nectons are actively swimming water organisms, like they are powerfully swimming in the water, and they overcome the channel, they overcome the stream, or they can move in the opposite direction to the water channel. So banthans are found in deep in the oceans, and deep in the oceans of water mass. So newtons on the surface, air water interface, periphytons on the stems. Planktons are active swimmers like algae, protozoa. Nectans are oppositely moving water organisms to the flow of the channel, and banthans, they are found in the deep water masses or deep in the ocean. So there are certain factors that are limiting the productivity of the aquatic habitats. So certain factors are sunlight and oxygen only, but this is in the case of aquatic habitats, sunlight and oxygen. But in terrestrial ecosystem, there are certain factors, only the temperature, that limits the productivity of the habitats or terrestrial habitats. So terrestrial के case में only temperature is a limiting factor, and in case of aquatic habitats, the sunlight and oxygen is the limiting factor. There are certain zones now, photic zones, जिसको euphotic zone भी कहते हैं, photic zone and aphotic zone. Photic zone, euphotic zone एक चीज है, and another one is aphotic zone. So photic zone को littoral and linatic zone भी कहते हैं, and aphotic zone को profundal zone कहते हैं. So there are certain factors we'll discuss in the photic zones: light, respiration and photosynthesis. तो photosynthesis, light और respiration जैसी activities photic euphotic zone में या linatic और littoral zone में देखने को मिलती है. On the other hand, photic zone we only see about the respiratory activities and no light activities. So sunlight, photosynthesis and respiration in photic, and in photic zone only respiration, and there is no light activities are seen. So now let us dissolved oxygen in water bodies 150 less than amount in the oxygen present in the air. So 150 times less oxygen is dissolved in water bodies as compared to oxygen which is present in the air. So अगर इनटेक देखनी है हमने ऑक्सीजन की, वाटर में ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं वो कैसे करते हैं, वाटर इंटरफेस के थ्रू एंड रेस्पिरेशन के थ्रू दे आर प्रोसेसिंग ऑफ आउटगोइंग इज डन. Process of outgoing is through respiration and intake is through air water interface. So water में there is a less amount of dissolved oxygen, that is why there is a also decomposition rate is faster in warm water, and fish starts dying out of the increasing condition of the temperature. जब टेम्परेचर बढ़ने लग जाता है किसी लेक का, then fish starts dying just because of the dissolved oxygen amount in the warm water that goes on decreasing, and उनको respiration activity के लिए ऑक्सीजन की लैक होने लग जाती है. So नाउ लेक इकोलॉजी विल स्टडी. तो लेक इकोलॉजी जो है इसको लैंटिक इकोसिस्टम कहते हैं, लैंटिक. सो लेक इकोलॉजी डील्स विद द लैंटिक इकोसिस्टम. इसमें 3 लेयर्स होती हैं, पेरिफेरल, मिडल एंड बेंथिक. पेरिफेरल मीन्स विच इज ऑन द एजेस साइड, मीन्स लिटोरल जिसको कहते हैं, पेरिफेरल एट द पेरिफेरीज, एट द एजेस, लिटोरल. मिडल then benthic in deep water, middle में mid, intermediate stage, and benthing in deep water. Then, on the basis of the nutrients, these lakes are divided into three categories: oligotrophic, very low nutrients; mesotrophic, normal nutrients; and eutrophic, very high nutrients. What is actually the eutrophication? This is a richness in the nutrition in the water body. So, eutrophy is a Greek word. Then there are certain limiting factors that limitize the rate of eutrophication. These are nitrates and phosphates. When there is a richness in the nitrates or phosphates in the water bodies, this leads to the eutrophication, and it leads to the algal bloom. Means जब richness in the nutrients हो जाती है किसी water body में, nutrients बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, then algal bloom देखने को मिलता है. That means algal का बहुत ज़्यादा algae हो जाते हैं, and they blocks the presence of sunlight to the transport of sunlight to the water organisms. तो मीन्स वो algae water body को cover कर लेते हैं, and sunlight जो है वो organisms को अच्छी से नहीं मिल पाती, ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिल पाती. That means there is an algal bloom. So richness in the nutrients in the water bodies leads to the algal bloom, that leads to the further eutrophication of that lake. So this is all about the aquatic ecosystem. Thank you.